Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as Burgundy. Now, I want to start from the main menu here to point out the fact that we are currently on patch 1.4.1, and there is also an open beta patch being worked on right now. Now, I haven't chosen to follow the open beta, but there's a lot of things that some people have emailed me about that they were concerned for in our game that will not be a problem. For example, there were some issues with the possibility of actually influencing the Western trade node, the Western Europe trade node, as the Netherlands, and that's going to be resolved by the fact that we're going to be picking up an idea that gives us plus 33% trade range. Right now it gives us plus 25% trade range. Once it goes up to plus 33%, we'll be able to, excuse me, trade in the Western trade node, for example. I think one of the other bugs that people are bringing up is the idea that the random new world state will reset if we change tags. For example, if we move from Burgundy to the Netherlands, and I believe that will all be resolved by the time we get to that point. So anyway, without further ado, let's reload our save here. Left things off. We had taken over Utrecht, or somewhere roughly around there, and I said, oh, you know, I'd like to take on, well, I'm still saying gallery, but apparently, so a lot of Dutch people have been helping out with the pronunciation here, and have been pointing out that it's probably more like, first of all, the G sound is almost more of a, like one of those kind of sounds, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off, but importantly, that the end is more of a rah. Almost the best example I could come up with is like someone from like New England, someone from Boston saying a word that ends in ER, like cheater, they would say cheetah. Almost kind of thing. So it's more like Helra or Gelderlin. We might go for something like that. I don't know. So maybe I'll say Gelra, and then we'll accept that that's close enough. God damn it, because it's Dutch. Oh, no one knows how to say it. I can't believe that there's like a unified Ireland going on here. I mean, it'll probably fall to England at some point anyway. But of course, England has some problems. And anyway, to bring us all the way back to Gelra over here. One of my concerns was, of course, that they are allied with England, also Cologne and Oldenburg. Now, Cologne and Oldenburg by themselves are not a risk, and even if I go to declare war here, it'll say it's part of Austria, part of the Empire. Austria will protect them, but of course we have a truce with Austria right now, so that's fine. So yeah, they are allied with England, and England could normally be a problem, but at some point earlier we saw England having a war with probably France and losing some naval battles. Now, losing naval battles not too bad because you just go and dock and you repair, but clearly England must have moved its damaged troops or damaged ships out at some point, because if we open the leisure, and we go and find England, we can find that they have exactly one ship. That is all they have. Now, almost certainly that they will be rebuilding, but it means now we have a significantly larger navy than they do, which means we actually don't have to worry about England affecting us in any way. They might join the war, they might not, I don't know, but even if they do, they're not going to do anything about it. Now, I'm going to check to make sure, yeah, our maintenance is absolutely maxed out. So, roads possible in Utrecht, which is to be expected, and I think, you know what, we're just going to give it a try and see what happens. So again, that should be okay. Who are our allies? Portugal is fighting a war on the same side as the enemy? What war are you fighting right now? Oh, you're fighting against the French. Oh, so that means England. Yeah, all right. You guys are going to be way too busy. Let's go ahead and take that. And then the next thing we're going to talk about actually is what to do about Friesland over here. So it's a republic, so we can't do a royal marriage, which means we won't be able to do the vassalization either because we need a royal marriage for that. Okay, so we'll have to have a military victory over Friesland. So yeah, let's go ahead and declare war here and see exactly what happens. Take core, declare war. So we are now at war, and right now it's just one-on-one, but probably someone else will join. We're going to go ahead and just move the one stack in there. That leader has siege, and quite a lot of it as well. We have, there's our other navy, which is not protecting trade? Why is it just sitting here? Why did it break out of trade mode? That's weird. Move you there, and then you two merge up and just move off to the coast of Holland to set up some blockades over here. So what we'll do is we'll unpause and keep an eye on the diplomatic map mode. Oh yeah, I have my auto pause set up. Good. England has joined the war, but that's going to concern me. Switzerland canceled military access. Cologne is jumping into the war, so right over here as well, so we can actually just go and siege that way. It'll be fine. What about anyone wants military access? Sure. There's England's ship. Let's just detach a siege and then go in there. See if we can engage them, which we probably won't. They're probably going to run away. Because I don't think we have a... I don't think we have... what's the word? Words I'm looking for. An admiral. Okay, good. That's entirely manageable. I'm going to just detach off some blockades. Oh, one of the things that's going to be happening in... Oh, I can't tell you about that. I thought it was going to be an upcoming patch, and I just realized some of the information that I have is information about the next expansion that's coming out for EU4, and some of it is embargoed, so I can't tell you about that right now. I've actually just came back today from the Paradox convention in Florida, where I found out a lot about the upcoming games and the expansion for EU4 and CK2, and I'm very excited about that. Detach a siege. I'm going to send some troops back over here. Why is it so choppy? I think my computer's okay. I don't think it's full up. No, that's weird. Definitely getting some chop over here. But again, I just got back, so I just rebooted my computer, so it's probably running 30 things in the background just to annoy me. Because that's... Wow. Something's definitely happening. Steam, what are you doing? You're not downloading anything? No, we'll see if it clears up. Let's pause, let's detach, let's pull back over here, and that'll be good enough. We just have to siege our war goal, and we could conceivably take Cologne at the same time. Obviously, it would increase our overextension, which right now... Oh, yeah, we still have to build a core. Now, oh, of course, we're not going to get overextension over here. You know, we might actually just be able to vassalize Cologne. I'm not sure. If we can do that, we will do that. That would work out very, very nicely. Let's go ahead and detach and move over there. No, it's definitely something is going on. Let me check my computer here. I really apologize, guys. I don't know if it's graphical or hard drive. No, there's absolutely nothing running on my computer. The only thing taking up anything is like 10% CPU from EU4. Oh. Alright, I'm going to try to keep this video short then, and then I'm going to have to go and see exactly what's going on there. But wait for those sieges to finish, and then we'll move on. So England's got some troops, but they can't do anything to us. Oh, right. And the other thing is, we have cardinals that apparently I sort of just dismissed at some point, one of the pop-ups, and didn't notice that I had some influence there. So thank you everyone in the comments who pointed that out. We'll see if we can get that straightened out. Of course, if I do vassalize Cologne, then I will have even more crazy amounts of relationships. But so far, they're all pretty strong, I think. Of various strength, anyway. We've got a decent amount of money kicking around. I do want to build a bunch of temples. Oh, we should actually talk about stability, because one of the comments that a lot of people have been leaving are criticizing the fact that I like to keep my stability at +2 and then hope I get an event that sends it to +3. And they say, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's kind of a waste, just leave it at +1. You're spending too much administrative power on there. And I brought it up with actually the developers, and unanimously they agreed that +2, or actually in a lot of cases +3 stability is the way to go. Now, just because they made the game, and also, you know, yes, they've played it a lot and they made it, doesn't necessarily mean they're right. Which is kind of interesting to think about. You know, most likely they're going to be correct about, like, straight up facts about something. Don't I have... Oh, no, I don't have my military leader there. Derp, 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 derp. Create a new unit. Move everyone over, and move one infantry back, and grab that, and then move my military leader over here. Although, really, what I want to do is actually want to see if I can vassalize Cologne first. So let's go and move our guy over there. Yeah, so just because that doesn't mean that they're making the correct strategic choices. Which, yeah, I think is really funny to consider, that they might actually be wrong. So, and especially early on in the game, I'm inclined to agree that it's probably better to save the administrative power for something else. But later on, the thing is, for every one stability you're positive, you get 10% more tax rate. And later on, when your tax rate is incredibly high, okay, then, or rather your base taxes are incredibly high. Okay, that's not going to help them. Then you might want more stability then to be able to make more money. So it's very interesting to consider that it might be a better idea later on. So, of course, the problem here is that England is the war leader. We may have to blockade them for a very long time to get to the point where their war enthusiasm will be brought down. We don't really have enough ships to justify a land invasion, or a naval invasion, I should say. It would be very hard to do. Plus, they actually have a fair number of ground troops, and I'd rather not spend any manpower fighting them directly. So I may just have to blockade England forever. It'd be interesting if I could take Calais at this point. But unfortunately, someone else is occupying it right now, so there's nothing I can do about it. And almost certainly France will just take Calais in a peace deal. Diplomats are coming back, and we want to keep influence wherever we can. Kind of sucks to be splitting our papal influence, but what can we do? All right, let's speed things up. I think we can do that pretty safely at this point. Really interesting to see these Lorrainian peasants over here. Really, really interesting. We have a conquest CB. Okay, because we've fabricated our claim there. We're getting a lot of diplomats back, actually, and I'm trying to debate where to go and suck up with things. And again, I've said it before, you can play Burgundy as like the big Burgundy blob and play a little bit more aggressively against both France and the HRE. And I'm not generally going to be looking into that, actually. I don't have a claim over here, do I? Champagne, we don't have a claim, and we lost our cardinal. Oh, I don't have enough for it either. Oh, it's going to do that thing again. I'm going to fabricate a claim, probably. Yeah. Again, if it's discovered, you get some aggressive expansion penalty, which is not good. Although the aggressive expansion penalty has been nerfed. Oh, that's the other thing that people keep bringing up, is the idea that feeding a bunch of provinces to a vassal is not really something you can do right now. And that's something that's going to be addressed by the patch as well. The thing is, it was kind of an exploit that you could really feed provinces to a vassal, have them spend all the money to... What? I lost the claim over here before I started making a core? Oh, that's so annoying, because now it's going to cost, like, more. Oh, that is incredibly frustrating. Because instead of taking on aggressive expansion, or rather overextension yourself, what you could do is just give it to your vassals and have them like do all the coring and stuff for you. That was certainly an abuse. And so people were concerned that I wouldn't be able to say spin off Nevers as a vassal and then give them these provinces that I want to keep before forming the Netherlands, because otherwise it would all go to France. Oh, damn it. Getting a lot of competition there. Can I make bad friends with the Pope? Yes, I can. But, so... all that being said, in the patch, they're changing it so that you can feed the vassals in very specific ways, and mostly you can only feed them provinces they consider to be part of their stuff, provinces they're interested in strategically, and that includes provinces they have a core on. But for the purpose of feeding the vassal, they will consider provinces you have a core on to belong to them as well, and they will accept those provinces. So what it means is, as long as you are willing to spend the resources to core a province, you can then afterwards feed it to the vassal. So it doesn't allow you to bypass building a core. And of course, if it's a province you legitimately own and always had a core, then you can feed them that. So all that to say, in our particular situation, we're going to be able to feed our vassals perfectly fine. Okay, so let's see if we can't, I mean, we can annex them, and you know, maybe I will do that, honestly. Because I could make them a vassal, but it will eat up one of my relations, which is already a bit of a problem. And it's such a weak vassal. So even though I'm going to have to build a core, I might very well just do this. It will cost me 50 power, which is quite a bit. And the aggressive expansion, which I think we can totally manage. And we don't have to worry about coring this over here. You know what? I'm just going to annex Cologne outright. Boom. Now, just out of curiosity, if we do go to Austria over here, aggressive expansion is only worth 28. They're going to be more pissed that I'm going to refuse to give them the unlawful territory than anything else. Oh, and we won the siege over here too. Now, oops. I cannot negotiate with Gelre directly. What I have to do is talk to England, and they will not take it right now because the war has not gone on long enough. Length of war, current peace offer, military strength, and so on and so forth. So what we're just going to do is continue to siege them, which will hurt them, and we'll just eat away the length of war penalty at the same time. And that's it. Take my troops back. Over here I could lower my maintenance, actually. But I don't know if I will bother doing that. But yeah, we can't actually land anything here, which is a shame. Also got to make sure if they're starting to build boats somewhere, then they might actually venture out, which is why I'm spreading out my count a little bit, so they can't just come out with like 3 boats against 1. They're actually going to have to fight pretty decent numbers. So there are revolt risks, of course, and we do have our overextension, which is so very expensive. But that's because the tax base in these provinces is huge. It's going to cost us a lot to do that, but I think ultimately it's going to be well worth the expense. I'm going to go ahead and take my land maintenance down to half, which should be totally fine and safe. We'll get a pop-up for it, of course. I'm wondering about, since we do actually have a fair amount of money, and we're making a pretty good amount of money per month, going up to a higher level leader, just to get more admin points. And literally, that would be all. We might even go up to a level 3. I think that's a little overkill, but it's worth considering. A level 2 we can manage. We don't need the -2, or minus... Oh, God damn it. Propaganda tax. We can lose 100 diplomatic power or 1 stability. Both are awful. I'm going to take the diplomatic power hit, though, because especially at this point, the extra stability is worth like 200 power right now. So I'm going to lose the diplomatic penalty. It's going to be fine. So the revolt risk is actually something that is helpful to have the reduction there, but we don't really have inflation. Oh, I won't bother for now, especially since the flat cost, but maybe they'll die. Maybe one of our leaders will die, and then I'll go maybe for a -2. Probably, or rather a +2, I should say. Again, our king is at least half decent, which is nice. What's our heir? 3, 5, 4. That's going to be okay. Lost the cardinal. Right, cardinals. So we actually got 2 that are down, which is very annoying. So we don't need a lot of war score. We're already way over there. And we are moving closer together. We should ultimately be okay. It's the length of war penalty. And that'll go away on its own. We're going to be fine. Okay, good. So just going to babysit this and make sure nothing horrible happens. Hey, we no longer have a CB against France, which is fine. Alright, so we had a bunch of various claims all over here that we just never pressed, and that's okay. Because we're not playing that kind of game. We're gonna take these provinces where we can, and then we're just gonna try to tech up as quickly as possible at that point. Alright, rebels are not entirely unexpected. We're gonna go ahead and boost our army maintenance here. We'll have to take that river crossing, probably. Yeah, we'll take the river crossing, but that's okay. We don't have a leader here at all. Things got disconnected. Gain the CB against Liège. Oh, right! That one cardinal clicked in. Thank you very much. We just got to wait another point for the one that we're competing with Castile. And we're going to be in good shape there. Let's go and clear these guys out. Alright, fully improved. We have a lot of diplomats, and I don't know who to approve with next. There's no hope in making friends with Austria. I wonder if we could make any friends at all with France. It's unlikely. But just out of curiosity, let's try to cap that off again. We've got plenty of diplomats, so we should be fine. I think these are all maxed out between Portugal and Castile, but we'll send them off again and just to see. And speaking of Castile, let's go and get another guy there. So Burgundy, yeah, we got 4 cardinals. That's stupendously good. Can we excommunicate anyone? Wait. Do we not control the Pope? Yeah. So where's the Pope actions? There it is. We can. And really put France in a bind. So we're improving relations right now, so it's kind of funny. Oh, and we already excommunicated Austria. Can you excommunicate more than one person? Yes, I think. Stop, improve relations. Excommunicate France. Just going to try to encourage other people to go after them. We can get a new idea here. These are military ideas, and I think that's fine. We're going to keep working on that, which will also unlock the Order of the Golden Fleece for +1 yearly prestige. And we're still losing prestige per year right now because there's just natural decay, but that's alright. Getting our diplomats back. Burgundian ideas. Cavalry strength. Good stuff. Maybe Savoy. We'll make friends over there. Okay, that's fine. Keep going. England, how you feeling? Ah, almost there. Only 7 points difference. And closing in constantly. Oh, they actually moved out over here, which is an interesting choice. We gain the Reconquest CB against France. They own a core. Oh, they took Calais. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, taking it actually doesn't make that much sense because we're going to lose that to France when we in the Netherlands, unless again we feed everything off to our vassal. And there's really, I think, a practical limit to how much we're going to do that. But I don't know. We can always try. Well, we'll try with the provinces we actually have first. So we got some more war score from that, right? There we go, 3 points difference. That is quite a lot of rebellion. Now our maintenance is still up, which is good. Let's go ahead and merge everyone. There will be a fair amount of attrition here, but that's going to be okay. Go for it, dudes. We still have that one with Castile? Yeah, excellent. We're going to lock up the Holy See for, like, eternity here. Okay, won that. Merge, split in half. And then move off over here. More ticking war score because, of course, we control the war goal as well. So that's the thing. Our war score is going up as well as burning off the length of war penalty. Yeah, too many relationships. And our diplomatic reputation is quite poor because of our overextension. Do we have enough to start making a core on Cologne? And we do. May as well do it. Alright, that's fine. And yeah, we're mostly waiting for the peace out. And again, we're not going to get any overextension over here, which is going to be very, very lovely. We're even. I guess it's got to be 1 over the other way. Alright. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. There we go. It's just ticked over. We may even be able to get some money from England. No. And that's fine. Money would mean a little bit of overextension. I'd actually rather just have the province right away, especially given the fact that it's... oh, I accidentally unpaused when that popped up instead of pausing for this. Because it's a core, it's going to give us tons of money right away. So let's just go ahead and do that. Not much in the way of aggressive expansion because, of course, it is a core province. So they are fine with that. Let's go and take him back. Unpause once more. Lost the CB. Accumulate money. We gain some prestige there. Lovely. Conquer Metz. Right. Lorraine. Very tempting. Now, that's outside of the French region, isn't it? Where's my regional map mode? No, it is part of the French region. So we would lose that as well unless we fed a... improve relations with Hanover is only 3 prestige. I don't think I'm interested in any of these missions. I'm pretty sure we're going to stand down at this point. I'm going to take all of my ships. I'm going to dock them in Picardy for now, and then I'm going to send out a new trade person at that point. And yeah, we'll just we'll save up some banks. So I'm going to put a cut in here, and we'll see you guys next time.